You ever notice someone getting way too close in a crowded place or acting oddly friendly out of nowhere? That could be the start of a pickpocket's move. Staying sharp and spotting these subtle tricks can save valuables and avoid a nightmare. Now, before we talk about how to protect yourself, let's start with the basics. How do you even spot a pickpocket? Pickpockets can be hard to recognize because they don't look like criminals. Many of them dress neatly and act politely to blend in with others. They might look like older people, families, or even school children, and this helps them avoid attention as people usually do not expect such individuals to be stealing. Blending into busy crowds gives them a perfect cover to act without raising alarms. It's their actions, not their clothing, that gives them away. Pickpockets may look uneasy or move in a nervous way. They might keep adjusting their clothes or bags or look around a lot, checking for someone watching. These signs show they are planning or waiting for the right moment. If someone stands too close in a public space like a train, bus, or a line, it can be a sign they are trying to reach into a pocket or a bag. And distractions is another trick they use. Some pretend to be lost, asking for help with directions. While people stop to help, someone else might steal from them. Others drop coins or paper and wait for a kind stranger to react, and then make their move. And these tricks work because people want to help, or are caught off guard. Watching small movements and being aware of surroundings can stop a theft before it happens. Looks can fool, but it's the actions that tell the truth. And now that you know what they look like, let's talk about who they're actually after. Pickpockets usually go after people who are not paying attention, and tourists are easy targets because they're not familiar with the place and usually carry things like passports, cash, and electronics. When people are busy looking around, checking maps, or taking photos, they do not notice someone getting close enough to steal from them. These moments of distraction make it easier for thieves to act without being seen. People who are busy texting or talking on the phone are also easy targets. And in busy places like markets or subway stations, it's hard to tell if someone brushing against you is doing it on purpose. A thief can quietly take something from a pocket or a bag while the person is looking at their screen or chatting. Crowded areas are where pickpockets prefer to work. Busy train stations, street markets, and packed public buses or subways make it simple for them to mix in with everyone. In these places, people are focused on catching a train or holding onto bags, so they're less likely to notice a quick hand. Watching how people can move sometimes show what they're planning. A person standing too close or acting a bit off might be trying to steal. Being aware in crowded areas can help stop a thief before they take anything. So, where do these tricks usually happen? Let's take a look at the danger zones. Pickpockets usually work in pairs or groups. One person creates a distraction like asking for directions, pretending to fall, or starting a loud argument. And while everyone looks at the distraction, another person quietly takes wallets, phones, or bags. And this setup makes it harder to notice the theft until it's too late. And some thieves pretend to carry a petition and ask people to sign something. And while the person signs, a partner steals from their pocket or bag. Another common trick is spilling food or a drink on somebody. While one thief acts sorry and helps clean the mess, another steals something nearby. And these tricks work well in crowds, where people are focused on what is happening in front of them. And in even busier settings, pickpockets might carry sharp tools to cut through bags or clothes. And victims won't feel a thing in the middle of all the pushing and bumping. Public buses, subways, markets, and famous landmarks attract these thieves the most. Cities like Paris, Rome, and Prague, and Barcelona have had many incidents. Relaxed spaces like beaches and cafes are not safe either. People tend to leave bags or phones on tables or sand while they enjoy their time, and that moment of carelessness is enough for a thief to act quickly and disappear into the crowd. Now moving on, how can you avoid being robbed? And what are some real stories of people who have been robbed? Well, one example I got for you on a subway, where someone spilled coffee on a passenger, and while the person focused on cleaning the mess, another person quietly took their wallet. This situation is actually very common in busy transport systems. The noise and crowd gives thieves a good chance to act without being noticed. And some groups use emotional tricks to distract people. A common story involves a group of children who approach a traveler with clipboards pretending to ask for donations or signatures. While one child speaks to the traveler, another slips a hand into their bag and takes their wallet. People naturally want to help children, which makes this method very effective. And these groups take advantage of kindness and use it to catch people off guard. Public transportation see a high number of thefts. One experienced traveler shared that they've been robbed 9 times, and 7 of those happened on buses, trains, or subways. These places are easy targets because passengers are close together, stops are frequent, and many are busy trying to figure out where to go. Thieves often work together. One may create a small problem to catch attention, while another quietly steals from bags or pockets. These types of thefts are not rare. They show a clear pattern where people unfamiliar with the area are targeted. Thieves wait for just a few seconds of distraction. Whether it's a spill, bump, or a kind request, those small moments are just enough for someone to lose something important. And being robbed can leave a strong emotional impact. Many people feel embarrassed, humiliated and shaken. And some do not report the crime thinking it was their fault or that there's no chance of getting the stolen item back. And this silence helps the thieves who keep repeating the same trick, knowing that many will say nothing. So it's important to stay careful in public areas to help reduce risk. Simple steps like wearing bags across the chest, keeping valuables in inner pockets, and avoiding carrying wallets in back pockets, surprisingly enough, make a huge difference. It's these very simple things that make a big impact. Using bags that are harder to open can also help. Being aware of your surroundings and avoiding situations where strangers crowd too close is helpful, especially in transport areas or tourist spots. Thieves rely on distraction, and even a few seconds of extra care can stop them from getting what they want. Travelers who stay alert are much harder to trick. So, what should you do if you're targeted or robbed? Well, the first thing to do is to go to the local police and report what happened. This report is important for legal reasons because it also helps when claiming insurance or getting new travel documents. Make sure to list everything that was stolen, even small items. This can make the process smoother when speaking to police or an insurance company. If the theft happens while in a foreign country, the next step is to contact the embassy or consulate of your home country. They can help with things like replacing a stolen passport or giving you emergency travel documents so you can return home safely. For example, United States embassies ask for a police report, a lost passport form, and some form of identification to issue a temporary passport. Many embassies can also help you connect with people back home if needed. It's also important to protect your money and bank accounts. If your wallet or cards are stolen, call your bank right away and ask them to block or cancel the cards. Most banks have phone lines that work internationally at all hours. After that, it is smart to keep checking your account for any strange activity. Sometimes people who steal cards wait a few days before trying to use them. And also, sharing your experience later on can help others. People write about their experiences on websites, blogs, or social media to help others know what to watch out for. Describing what happened, how it felt, and how to avoid the same situation can help other travelers stay safe. Many people mention that the emotional effects, like feeling helpless, frustrated, or even ashamed, can be just as difficult as losing things. Travel communities and some insurance companies gather these stories to better understand where thefts happen most and how they take place. And by studying these reports, they can find patterns and help people avoid the same trouble in the future. And it's this kind of shared knowledge that has led to better awareness and sometimes even increased safety measures in high-risk areas. Getting robbed on a trip is stressful, but taking the right steps quickly makes a difference. Reporting to the police, contacting your embassy, and blocking your cards and sharing your experience all help in recovering and moving forward. So in short, stay alert, keep your valuables secure, and trust your instincts to stay safe from pickpockets. For those of you who have traveled a lot, have you ever caught someone trying to steal from you? If this info helped, please like, share, and subscribe for more safety tips.